Night of Questions, Halloween's Hidden History.
Long before it was a night of candy and costumes, Halloween was known as Samhain, pronounced Samhain. For the ancient Celtic people of Europe, this was the most significant night of the year. It marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, a time of darkness and cold, often associated with death. The Celts believed that on the night of Samhain, the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the dead became blurred. They thought the ghosts of the dead returned to earth, causing trouble and damaging crops. This belief was central to the festival's traditions. To ward off these wandering spirits, Celtic priests, known as Druids, built huge sacred bonfires. People gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to their deities. They also wore costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins, to disguise themselves from the ghosts. As Christianity spread through Celtic lands, it began to influence these pagan traditions. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as All Saints' Day, a time to honor all saints and martyrs. The evening before became known as All Hallows Eve, which later shortened to Halloween. The Church's new holiday didn't erase the old ways. Instead, many Samhain traditions were absorbed into All Hallows Eve. Bonfires, costumes, and a focus on the dead remained, but their meanings began to shift. The night was now framed within a Christian context, though its pagan roots were still visible. The practice of souling emerged, where the poor would go door to door praying for the souls of homeowners' dead relatives in exchange for soul cakes. This evolved into guising in Scotland and Ireland, where young people in costume would perform a song or trick for a treat, a direct ancestor of modern trick-or-treating. While these traditions evolved, their origins remain tied to practices that the Bible addresses directly. The core of Samhain involved attempts to interact with the spirit world and the dead, which the scriptures explicitly warn against. For instance, the book of Deuteronomy contains a clear command from God to the people of Israel. Deuteronomy chapter 18 verses 10 to 12 states, "Let no one be found among you who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord." The prophet Isaiah also questioned the logic of seeking guidance from the dead rather than from God. In Isaiah chapter 8 verse 19, he asks, "When someone tells you to consult mediums and spiritists, who whisper and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Why consult the dead on behalf of the living?" Today, Halloween is largely seen as a secular holiday of fun, costumes, and candy. Yet, its symbols and traditions are undeniably rooted in the ancient pagan festival of Samhain and its focus on spirits and the dead. Knowing its origins and the biblical perspective, the question becomes a personal one. How does this information influence your view and your participation?